Welcome to AI Brief, episode 113. I'm Amin.
And I'm Leah.
Today we've got quite a mix of developments. We'll dig into this rumor about OpenAI maybe building a social network,
And look at Kling AI's new video and image models, which sound pretty impressive.
plus how AI handled playing detective and Ace Attorney, updates from Gemini and Claude.
And a whole bunch of other AI news and some trending tools you might find useful.
Okay, so let's jump right in. This OpenAI social network thing, what's the story?
Well, the word is, from sources talking to The Verge, that they're working on some kind of prototype. And it sounds like it would heavily feature ChatGPT's image generation capabilities.
Right, image generation. And Sam Altman's apparently been, asking people outside OpenAI what they think about it.
Yeah, seeking feedback. But honestly, it's totally unclear if it'll be a standalone app or maybe baked into ChatGPT somehow.
Or if it'll even see the light of day at all.
It does make you think back to that joke Altman made ages ago, it feels like now, about maybe making a social app sort of a poke at Meta.
But strategically, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, the potential for real-time user data, that would be gold for training their models.
Exactly. Think about how fast that Studio Ghibli image filter, or style rather, took off if OpenAI put their tech behind a social platform.
It could get huge fast, a whole feed of just AI creativity.
And speaking of AI creativity, this Chinese startup, Kling AI, they've just put out some major updates.
Oh, yeah. What do they got?
KOLORS 2.0 master for video and KOLORS 2.0 for images both seem like a big step up.
Okay, so KLNU 2.0 master video. What's the improvement there?
It's supposed to be much better at handling prompts with, like, sequences of actions or different expressions, delivering more cinematic video, natural speed, smoother motion. That's the goal anyway.
And KOLORS 2.0 for images.
This one can generate in, get this, over 60 styles. Plus, it's apparently better at sticking to the details in the prompt elements, colors, where things are supposed to be. More realistic depth and lighting, too.
Sounds good. Does it do editing?
It does. It's got in-painting, so you can add or remove elements, and also a restyle option. And they're updating their slightly older 1.6 video model, too, adding a multi-element editor. Makes tweaking videos with text much easier.
Wow. It really feels like the Chinese AI startups, Kling, ByteDance with Seaweed, they're really pushing hard on video generation, closing that quality gap with, Sora and Veo maybe.
It certainly seems like it. The pace is incredible. We'll need some direct comparisons soon, I bet.
Okay, switching gears completely. This Ace Attorney experiment, AI playing detective.
Yeah, researchers at UC San Diego's AI lab did this. Really clever idea.
So they basically set AI models loose on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Exactly. Task them with finding the contradictions, the logical gaffes, by comparing witness statements and evidence, like playing the game.
How did they do?
Well, the best were OpenAI's O1 model. It got 26 correct evidence links, and Gemini 1.5 Pro, which found 20. Both got to level 4, but couldn't actually solve the whole case.
Okay, so pretty good, but not perfect.
Right.
What about the others?
Most really struggled. Fewer than 10 correct evidence pieces presented.
Now, wasn't there a surprise with GPT-4.1?
Yeah, that was odd. The new GPT-4.1 actually didn't do well at all. It only got 6 correct, same as Claude 3.5 Sonnet.
It really shows how these games test more than just language, right? Visual understanding, remembering stuff over long interactions, complex reasoning.
Definitely. It's a tough benchmark for current AI. Still some uniquely human skills needed there, it seems.
All right, let's cover some quick updates from the big names. Gemini.
Subscribers to Gemini Advanced can now use the Veo 2 video model directly in the app.
Right, for generating those short 8-second clips. Supposedly very detailed.
And it's also heading to that experimental Whisk app soon for One AI premium users. They'll be able to mix prompts and images for animations.
Okay. And Anthropic. What's new with Claude?
They launched a research feature. Lets Claude search the web and your company's internal documents. Could be really useful for businesses.
Yeah, like an internal search expert.
Kind of. And it's also integrating more with Google Workspace, now interacting with Docs, Calendar, Gmail.
So making Claude less of a chatbot and more of an assistant that works alongside you.
Exactly. More interactive, embedded in your workflow.
Okay, let's run through some other headlines quickly. What else is happening?
OpenAI tweaked its Preparedness Framework. Sounds like they might adjust safety rules depending on what competitors do with risky AI.
Also from OpenAI, a small but nice update. A library tab in ChatGPT to see all your generated images easily.
Yeah.
For free and paid users.
And xAI launched Grok Studio. It's like a collaborative space, similar maybe to ChatGPT Canvas, for working with Grok on documents, code, reports, even games. Free and paid access.
NVIDIA announced a potential, $5.5 billion hit because of the U.S. export rules for their H20 chips going to China.
Yeah, a big number. Shows the impact of those regulations.
Microsoft adding UI automation to Copilot Studio, so agents you build can control desktop and web apps.
Notion jumped into email with Notion Mail. Minimalist AI-powered features for Gmail, like drafting replies, scheduling, filtering.
And Canadian startup Cohere, they unveiled Embed 4.
Right, an agentic search engine for company data. Claims high accuracy, 100-plus languages, and a huge 128K context window.
Wow. And finally, some hardware news. TDK, an Apple supplier.
They announced a breakthrough device, combines optical, electronic, magnetic tech, claims it could make AI data transfers 10 times faster.
Okay, and rounding out with funding, Adobe invested in Synthesia.
The AI avatar company, yeah. And Virtue AI, which does cybersecurity for LLMs, raised $30 million Series A.
Busy week. Let's quickly mention some trending tools people might want to check out.
Okay, there's Claude Research, which we just talked about. Seaweed, that's ByteDance's 7B video model.
GPT-4.1, OpenAI's new API-only model with that massive 1 million token window. Notion Mail, the email client.
Regic, claiming super-fast content creation. Ask Plexbot, that's Perplexity on Telegram for quick answers and chats.
Neobase, for talking to databases conversationally instead of using dashboards. ActionKit, for adding lots of integrations to AI agents.
And Fellow.app, a meeting tool focused on privacy.
So, quite a lot going on. What's the big picture takeaway here?
Well, I think it shows AI pushing into really diverse areas, social media potentially getting way better at creative tasks like video.
And also being tested on these complex reasoning problems, even if it's not acing them yet. The capability is clearly growing fast.
Definitely. And the sheer number of tools and updates just shows how incredibly dynamic this space is right now. Constant innovation.
Absolutely. So we really encourage everyone listening to maybe dig into some of these developments that caught your eye. Think about how they might affect your work or interests.
For sure.
And if you found this deep dive useful, please do follow AI Brief and maybe share it with colleagues or friends who are trying to keep up with everything happening in artificial intelligence.